What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode here of the BlockHash podcast. Hope you guys all are doing fantastic today. Today we got a awesome guest, Danny Chong, co-founder of Tranchess, here to talk about a first of a kind structured liquid staking protocol here in DeFi, what they're doing, and some of the awesome correlations with the tokens they have, and what they're doing in the space. So, Danny, welcome to the show, man. It's a pleasure to have you. How you doing?
Thank you very much, man. Thanks for having me here. And it's very different, like speaking to the group and audience from the other side of Earth. So very happy, yeah, at this time.
Where are you based? Yeah, you said you're in Singapore, right?
Yeah, based in Singapore now. Exactly, the time is about 9-ish at night. So, sorry if my re response seems to be a bit slow-mo. I think it goes along with the time.
Yeah, no worries. You're complete opposite here. It's 8 a.m. here. So 9 o'clock there. You're definitely other side of the world. I guess the best way to kick it off is give me a little bit of background on yourself. I'm sure people will be very curious to who you are, how you got into the Web3 space, and then maybe how that led up to Tron Chess a little bit. So a little bit of your story.
I was trained as an electrical engineer, and then I went on to do options trading, went on to do structuring and sales in across the French banks, such as the BNP Paribas, the SocGen, Societe Generale, and I was based in Singapore and Hong Kong for the longest time. Now, obviously, towards the end, I was running Asia Pacific for both on a foreign exchange side of things, and also as well as the emerging market side of uh, based on global markets. But I think also at this time I was given an opportunity to run kind of like a build the bank projects, meaning to say that I was entrusted with a team of 15 uh, IT to basically build APIs, build new products, build kind of like a never been built products that we have in the bank to be directly connected to the client side of things. I was also in charge of building prices and also ensuring that we have state of the art kind of like a pricing service for internal as well as the clients. I think that's what got me really interested with doing up a system, structured products, and knowing that kind of like within big organization and corporates, we have legacy libraries. We have obviously a lot of things that we need to plug and play to the older system. So meaning to say that it's not actually available plug and play. You had to do a lot of extra coding just to be making it sure that it works in seamlessly with your old library codes. So that's when I happened to be speaking with a few friends over coffee about blockchain and DeFi. It was a very new thing to me. One coffee led to many, many coffees, and then after many, many nights of discussion, and that's when we thought that, hey, why not? We try it out. Like bring our expertise in the structured product space, in the financial space, into so-called the DeFi at that time, right? And let's try to build something, and that's how Tranchess came about. And like earlier you were asking me like, hey, Tranchess was a very interesting name. How did Tranchess come about? So Tranchess comes from basically two words, right? Tranche, which is a slice or pie off in French terms. And obviously, with regards to traditional credit products, which tranche and different tranche means to say that you have a different risk that you need to undertake versus obviously a higher or lower rewards. So that's the tranche part. And chess is based on international chess because we believe that when you come in, whether it's investment or trading, you need to strategize and plan for the optimal outcome. And that's what Tranchess aims to do for its users. Now, uh, in our version one, there were three tokens, and now it's we have more tokens because it's version three. But version one on how it started is initially we have a queen, and we have bishop and rook. So how it works is that one bishop can be split into zero point 0.5 bishop and zero point 0.5 rook. Now, bishop actually is a delta neutral product, meaning to say that new users who just not want to have any crypto risk, they can actually hold on to bishop, whilst the sophisticated user who wants to have a 2 times leverage, they can actually move on to own the rook token. So 0.5 multiplied by 0 market risk is 0, plus 2 times 0.5 is 1. So 0 plus 1 is actually equivalent to the risk of a queen. And queen, if it's, for example, Eve queen, it will follow, it will track one-to-one to what Eve is performing. It's actually like a ETH ETF, for example. I think that's the easiest way of understanding, although there's slight difference in mechanism, but that's how you look at it. Now that's from a product perspective, but if you look at it in terms of a chess, queen can move omnidirections, right? Left, right, up, down, diagonal. Bishop can move diagonally, and rook can only move up and down or left, right. So when you move these two tokens together, they are actually the moves that you can combine to get queen. So whether you're looking on it in terms of a chess, or if you're looking at it in terms of market risk, they synchronize and come back to the same thing.
Interesting. Where did you come up with the chess portion of it? Did you like to play chess, or how did that factor in?
So like a few of our guys actually likes to play chess. Although international chess is not my favorite. I prefer to play Go. You know, the black and white. It's not
Yeah.
Othello, but Go, Japanese Go. That's my favorite chess. But a couple of guys on the team, they are they are big international chess lovers, and that's why we feel that it is quite representative. If you can see our logos and stuff like that, right? It's chessboards and stuff like that, and it follows the motto and direction well, right? I already say we want to strategize and optimize, kind of like the best returns for our users.
Yeah, I was gonna say someone on your guys' team was really into chess because there's quite a dynamic there with the tokens, but it's pretty cool.
It is. Our V3 now, currently, as I mentioned, it's also the same where you can split into two tokens. But now we have a stable U, and also on the other hand, we have turbo points. So we kind of like extract this from an interest rate swap in the financial world. So one side of the token, let's say for example, we are partnering EDFI, they will have the equivalent of stable. That portion will receive a fixed income, 6%, 8%, 12%, whatever. And while the other side will receive points, multiplication of 20 times, 10 times. So if you are a very sophisticated user, you believe in the potential of the partner that we are working with, you will likely go for um, turbo points. And if you are more conservative, you prefer to have less kind of outlook on how the collaboration will be in just one fixed income, it will be our stable U. So yeah, that's also we have modified the products again a bit towards where current trend and demand is, but our base model of providing tranche products and also structured products is still remain very much intact.
So I was also going through your guys' docs, and I think you answered some of those questions already, but I noticed a few things I just wanted to highlight and clarify. There's a term called yield enhancing asset tracker. Can you kind of explain what that means exactly and how that fits in the Tranchess?
Yes. So again, this is since day one. What we wanted to do is to have a Queen token, the master fund that tracks the underlying of BNB, BTC, or ETH. Hence, we call it asset tracking because exactly it functions like an ETF. It tracks the value of the underlying. So, for example, if we have a ETH Queen, as I've mentioned earlier, then you will track directly the token, the value of so-called ETH. If ETH goes up by 10%, theoretically, the Queen ETH will go up by 10% to represent the same value growth.
I also noticed that in the ecosystem, there's a chess token itself, and I also saw something called VE chess. Maybe you can kind of highlight that too.
So like Chess is our governance and utility token. So when a user actually puts in underlying asset or stake assets with us, restaking assets with us, they will be able to have um, chess emissions given to them. So how will this chess emission be deployed over all the different funds that we have? So you'll be upon users or holders of chess to vote. If you have chess and you actually lock it with us, it will produce V chess. So VE chess, um, how much VE chess depends on the quantity that you lock as well as the time duration that you locked. So the longer and the more chess that you lock, the more VE chess you will have, which means to say when it comes to voting, you will be a bigger percentage of the pool. So what we want, and I think it's representative of what we believe in, is people who are here with long term with us will have a bigger say into how they feel that the chess emission should be deployed into each of the fund. Um, we also have new proposals that are coming up. For example, the funds that's up and coming, we already have two proposals in the meantime. One is with Sixstone and one is with listed DAO fund for the fund two second fund with them both respectively. So users can go in and vote, and if we fall below a certain threshold, then it will not go through. If it's above a certain threshold, then it will continue fund two. That's how it works. Some of the utilities that everyone can come and participate in, but again, I'm only giving two examples.
Yeah, what examples do you have exactly? I'm sure people would, love to see some of those too.
You can even also go in and vote for like a timeline, vote for the next project. There's quite a few variety. We are also introducing more kind of like a governance related vote for users. Um, Maybe I would say stay tuned and Q1 you'll be able to see more of them.
If a user wanted to participate in Tranchess's ecosystem, how can they do that? Do they just go to the website with their wallet and it's as simple as, stake your desired asset? Or do they have to go to a specific wallet and set it up through there? Or what's the process kind of like? Like if you could walk someone through getting set up.
It's actually very simple. I guess whatever wallets that you use, Trust Wallet, MetaMask, so on and so forth, whichever that you use, you just come to us, and depending on which of the projects that you want to work with, or rather which of the fund that you want to work with in Tranchess, then you'll connect accordingly to the respective blockchain. So if you want to work with Stickstone, then you'll be on Scroll. If you want to work with, for example, ETH, our own validated staking, then there will be Ethereum chain. If you obviously want to do BNB validated staking, liquid staking, then you'll be on BNB chain. So these are the underlyings. For example, if you want to work with um, listed DAO, then you definitely will take listed DAO tokens and come to BNB chain to do it. Same goes for soft BTC as well. So it really depends on the product that you choose and the respective chain that they're on. Then you will just click a button and connect and put in the amount of assets that you would like to put in. I think I'm simplifying things a bit here because, for example, if you want to have ETHFI ETH, or you want to have, for example, stake ETH, you still have to go to Lido, you still have to go to ETHFI, Stickstone, to basically convert your ETH into the respective stake version of them before you can come over to us. But I trust that users who already is experienced in DeFi, you should not have problem with this extra step.
What would you recommend as that third party before moving assets to Tranchess? You mentioned like Lido, for example. Like, what's a go-to you'd recommend to go and swap tokens?
Yeah. So we have the links all built in Tranchess already. So we can be the one-stop shop, and you come into Tranchess basically to choose and look through what you think is a better you, how long the fund is going to be set up, and then before you decide, like obviously you need to understand what's a Lido, what's a EDFI, what's a six tone, and thereafter you obviously do your own research and you're sure that they are kind of like the fund that you would like to participate within Tranchess. Then you click on the button and you lead you over there. And once you have the assets established or changed with the respective protocol that we're partnering with, you can come back to Tranchess and basically just take them. It's as simple as that.
Do you guys have a community at all? So if there's anyone that's having some trouble with it or they need some help, where they could go and get some advice?
That's a very good question. So we have Tranchess on TG. Let me just see what is the yeah. If I didn't get it wrongly, Tranchess is just wow. We have 9,000 members now. It's just HTTPS double. Oh, it's just at Tranchess. So basically, when once you go to TG, just add Tranchess and you type it out, your video go in. The community managers there are active 24/7. You can just ping them any questions you have. Similarly, the same, you can find us on Discord, and there will be someone who's attentive to you for what you need to ask.
Okay, we'll put all those in the description for the episode so that it's easy for people to find. They just go down below and click on it pretty easily. Final question before we, start to wrap it up. But what does your roadmap kind of look like for Tranchess going into 2025? Is there anything in particular that you guys are working on that you want to add in terms of maybe new functionality or new tokens or new things people can do? Or what would you think people would be interested in keeping an eye out for?
Our strategy has always been multi-chain and deploying more products. So I think our three pillars, first of all, will be exhibiting that part about going multi-chain. Obviously, we are in chats with the newer chains that's up and coming, including Chain, including like Morph, Monarch, and so on. So we'll be assessing and ascertaining like which of these will be like returning a more high ROI for users before we embark on kind of like a development timelines with them. I just want to say like for us, right, we are not a protocol that rush to collaborate with just any protocol or any blockchain out there. We actually am quite careful with KYC. As in, we really go and know who's doing the chain, who's doing the protocol. We also ensure that like their protocols code is sound, and understand also a bit of their business mindset and developments before we commit to saying that we want to go onto the chain or basically collaborating with the protocol, because we believe that in DeFi, like other than returns on investment, I think safety on funds is number one priority for us. So we do take our time in doing all those before we move on
Right.
in collaboration. Number two, in terms of like the protocol that we are working with, definitely there's quite a huge list behind. Same rule as number one, as I mentioned. That one is we are taking our time to really work on that. We are also having new structured products that we plan to launch in Q2-ish next year. So forgive me if we don't announce like what we're going to planning to do. But it will be similar to kind of like what we know in the space of structured products, something that can be form out of optionality. So I think that'll be interesting. Uh, and also we are exploring a bit of the possibility of doing tokenization of real world assets over on Tranchess. We are doing a case study now, and obviously we are seeing whether there are any regulatory stuff or there are any sensitivities that we need to observe before we commit to moving in that direction. But that's one aspect that in 2025 that we hope to explore and also kind of like trying to come up products for it as well.
Awesome. You mentioned security as well. Is, from a third party standpoint, do you guys have any audits that you guys have done of Tranchess to make sure that
Yes.
everything is safe and secure for users? Okay.
Yeah. So like I always emphasize scroll to the bottom. So at the bottom is like where it shows all our um, mm, audits were done specific with PackShoe. So there were multiple audits done. Whenever normally we launch something new, we tend to want to get an audit, even though I mean, unless the codes that we do is similar to the original one that we have done, then it's where it's just a replication, then we won't do more audits. But number one is whenever we have a new launch, we always make sure that the codes are audited properly. We also have ongoing bug bounty with Immunify. Uh, so far, no big, like alerts and so on. We have received a few small ones, which we appreciate from the white hackers. But um, I think this is something that all protocols, and I encourage all protocols obviously to have it as well, to have a continuous test on your protocol 24/7, and give out the necessary rewards when they really find a critical bug.
Awesome, man. No, this has been fantastic. I think you guys are working on something very fascinating and very different and in such a good way. And then if anyone wants to connect with you, or maybe they want to collaborate, maybe there's another company out there they want to partner with you guys, should they contact you directly, or where's the best place to get in touch?
Come to TG to look for me. Else, like maybe you can hit me up on LinkedIn. You can find me Danny Chong, Tranchess, I think quite easily. Why I ask for this is because like man, I have 10, 20 unknown personalities DMing me on chat ever so often, and 18 of them are hoax. So
Hmm.
I do now need to try my best to verify the authenticity of the request, and also the identity of people. So I think LinkedIn is actually not a bad place, especially those you need to be verified before you can add someone. I think that's cool.
Danny, thank you, man. It's been a great episode. Looking forward to seeing what you guys do next, and let's keep in touch, man.
Thanks for having me on the show. Thank you very much.